my time, my mahar, I was, how much do you want to ask? I said 555 shillings. 5 panjatans.
Ahlan wa sahlan na marhaban mpenzi mtazamaji, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Natumai mzima buheri wa afya. Jina langu ni Haifa Muhammad na karibu katika kipindi achopewa asubuhi ndani ya kitengo bustani la ndoa. Mpenzi mtazamaji, leo ni furaha na bashasha kuwa naye mama yetu kipenzi chetu ambaye si mwingine ni Miss Dosa. Nadhani pia mtaweza kumfahamu zaidi, na siku ya leo insha Allah anakuja kutuelezea au amekuja kutuelezea swala zima la ndoa. Wewe kama mwanandoa, ama wewe kama a young youth, ama wewe kama mtu ambaye unajua ndo kwanza unaanza kuingia ndoa, ni vitu gani unapaswa kufahamu? Na tukielekea kwake tutaweza kufahamu mengi na mengi zaidi. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
I hope you're doing great, Miss Dosa. Welcome.
Thank you, jazakallah.
MashaAllah, we are very honored to have you here at Mahditv, and it's such a pleasure because having a person who has experience in marriage, I believe the youth out there will have something that they can benefit on it. So today we wanted to discuss about the foundations of marriage. What are the foundations of marriage?
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Foundation of marriage, first of all, we have to say, it is in us that we need companionship, we need affection. And there is an attraction. When a teenager becomes a girl or a boy, they're attracted to each other.
Yes.
Now, before they fall into false love, they have to have a goal that I want to settle down in my life. And marriage is a divine act. It is holy. It is sacred. Allah loves it. The Prophet loves it. And a simple hadith, maybe I will not quote the hadith.
Yes.
Prayer of a married woman or married man, 2 cycles is equal to 70 cycles of an unmarried person.
MashaAllah.
Look at the iman. There must be so much wisdom in it.
Yes.
Hikmah in it. Now, I think according to my experience, or this time, the life has become very terrible.
Yes.
Things have got very, very out of hand. I advise youths, girls and boys, to get married at a very early age. Now you're going to say, oh, what about money, house, food? My dear, when a child is born, before the child is born, already the milk is there. So Allah is the provider.
Yes.
Why worry? If a youth gets married at a younger age, he is going to save this world from all the corruptions which is going on.
Which currently there's a lot of corruption going on.
Because of not getting married.
True. Zina it's like it's been taken lightly.
Then finally it comes to LGBT and I don't know what, this nonsense.
True.
But if everybody knew what is a religion, or it is a natural thing, natural fitra, if they go ahead.
True.
Very easy. But it is only, I think, it is the other cultures which are affecting them. Oh, first car, house, money, then a wife.
So when you just wake up, you're already 40 years and above.
Yeah. So what is the use of 40 years? You've already wasted your youth. So you become a father at the age of 40. So by the time you are 50, you have a small child, you can't even take care of the child.
True.
You don't have the energy.
Because you yourself need someone to take care of you.
So you see, this is what. Marriage is very sacred. Allah loves. And I think youths over there watching us, my sincere advice is, even if you go to university, the father sponsors the girl and the boy is sponsored by whatever scholarship. They stay together. Ayatollah Mutahari says, when you are married, your brain works faster because you don't have physical distractions over there.
True.
So easy how to get even a wife. Nothing difficult. Or how to get a good husband. A very pious. Pious means what? God-fearing. What? Yes. God-fearing? He is honest, he prays, and he knows that he has to feed a wife. Or he is earning. Khalas.
You've talked about the piousness. How can a youth or a woman or a man know that I want to marry a woman, but then what values should she or he have? Because at the end of the day, they just don't want... Nowadays, people are like afraid of getting married because of the values that nowadays ahlak is very low. Getting a man who you'll know, this is my spouse that I want, it's very hard.
It is very easy. If you want to check on a man, if he prays on time, and there is a hadith where it says, prayer will stop you from evils. If he is praying, and then see outside, of course not in the mosque only,
Yes.
let us see how punctually is in his prayers. And from one sentence only, or in one conversation, you will straight away come to know that he is pious or not. Because he will say, no, this is what Allah likes. The word Allah will come and you will straight away come to know that he is what?
Pious.
Pious. Same with a woman. And a man should be very smart. Just ask, suppose I lose my job after my marriage, what would you do? If she is sincere, she'll say, what? Allah is great, why worry? He is going to provide. We will sort it out. Khalas, you have proved her.
With the mentality of our nation now, or the mentality of our girls and our men now are just thinking about money.
Money.
In fact, women, they usually think about money because at times they think that if marriage can just make me hide, it's like a shell in me. It's like it's not giving me freedom. Somehow they think it's not important for me to enter into marriage. Sometimes they say that is it a must to get married at a younger age? You've explained very well that it's very important to get married at a younger age because at the end of the day, when we reach out our 50s or our 70s, it's very hard to take care of the kid because you will want someone to take care of you. So what initiative should this, or what mindset should the youth have if they want to get or enter into a marriage?
I think it all depends on our teachers, our parents. Like the other day, there was a program in Culture Center.
Yes.
We were talking about marriage. And they really said, yes, you are right. I said, what are you waiting for? Because the boy is going to go and spoil his youth. He is going to satisfy himself, then he won't be able to satisfy his wife. And that is the main thing. I mean, not a main thing. 50% of life is
true.
Intimate relationship.
True.
And when a girl is young, when she produces, it is easier, she will produce a very good baby. I read somewhere that before, when you are young, you produce, it is better. Later age, that is why you say if you produce after 30, it becomes difficult.
True.
Because even physically you are going down. Up to the age of 25, I believe when a girl is young, she should give birth before 30, whether she wants 5 children, 10 children, because the children are healthy, because the mother is youth, she has the strength.
True.
For a man, it is his seed, whether he's 50 or what. He just needs a garden.
Yes.
See? So it is we have to instill into the boys. You know, girls when they are young, it is easier. Before 20, we say in our language, at the age of 20, after 20, she has got a mindset. Very difficult to change her.
True.
But before that, she's still young. She is naive. She says, in Swahili,
she wants to know, dear.
She can take it. So I think
she's very curious at language.
Yes, and then you have to put the love of Allah. Allah gives to an ant. He gives to an elephant. He knows he is 70 times kinder than a mother. So when somebody gets married for the sake of Allah, you think he's not going to feed the child? Or to feed the wife? He has got his sustenance with him.
Yes, and as they say, marriage can bring sustenance.
Yeah,
you might find that maybe you're a poor person at a certain age, but when you get married, some risks start to open.
So, and sometimes when you get married, that is the time imtihan starts. Because marriage is a test.
True.
Marriage is growth. You learn from it. You learn from difficulties. You grow up. When you are in luxury, you're not hujakoma. But the more difficulties you see, you are growing.
The more your mind is expounding.
Yeah.
Which is very true, because as we know currently, the generation that we are now, it's very hard, and many people want to live in luxury, but then they tend to not take the difficulties as a learning stage, and many people fear marriage. Nowadays, a lot of people fear marriage.
Yes, because these days it has become a trend. I'm telling you, everywhere. You get married, and now there is a law, like Europe. You share out. If you're divorced, 50-50, your wealth. So these days, men are scared because they get married because of wealth. But when we are going for career guidance, I mean, before university, you see, we are never told that you choose a career where you make yourself, either you become helpful to the community or you work for the coming of Imam Zamana. These three sentences are never taught. You're just given, oh, do this, you will get good business. If you become this IT, you will earn good money. If you become a doctor, But the initial thing is, do you learn yourself what you are? How useful you will be to the community? And how you will be helpful to when Imam Zamana and Jesus comes.
True.
See, here is where we can play a big role, career guidance.
Knowing yourself more.
Knowing yourself. Now, if I'm a doctor and I'm a rude person, and I don't know I am rude, what is the use of my degree when I don't know myself?
True. And that's why many, I think they are told, or many ladies and men are being told that when you want to enter into a marriage, first and foremost, discover yourself.
Of course.
You'll know whatever you want inside the marriage. But it's not a lot of people who want to know or want to expound on that. A lot enter into marriages because they just want a big wedding, or they just want to enter into weddings because...
Or she wants to become a bride.
Exactly.
No. So you in America, you get self-married. You know, there is a program. You have a wish of getting married, so you become a bride, and then you just... Is this what we are meant for?
I think the values of Deen should be ones that are instilled in people. At the end of the day, we are forgetting ourselves.
Definitely.
And the more we are forgetting ourselves is the more we are getting lost.
Materialism has spoilt us.
True.
The simpler the marriage, the better it is. The lesser the mahar, the better.
That's another question.
Yeah.
It's another question, because many youth, or us individuals, or men, especially men, nowadays they don't want to get married because when they think about the mahar, their minds do explode. They just don't want to go away with it. They think, when I go there, how much will they want? Because nowadays, let's say in Swahili places like Mombasa, the Swahili women, this and that, they'll want to say, maybe I want the furniture, I want a certain money, maybe it's 500,000 the parents are asking. So you find it's some people don't look at the pocket of the man. So how can people know, or how can we as a community play a role in educating our parents also, because our parents are people who they make it hard sometimes for men to get married, or because when it comes to their daughters, they want their daughters to have a grand wedding and this and that. So how will this be?
I think, we all the communities, majority of the communities, whether you see Pakistani, Indians, Iranis, Arab culture, Swahili culture, what they do is they mix religion with culture.
True.
Like for us, I would say for the community I come from, for us, mahar is the least thing we bother. Because parents, when they bring up their children, it is their pride. It is Allah gave a child, so He brought up that girl. Now He has done everything. Now He has built his akhirah because He has given a good tarbiyah to the girl.
True.
How can He demand money from a son-in-law? You are giving a daughter and now you want money? For what? For our culture, you won't believe. If I say my time, my mahar, I was, how much do you want to ask? I said 555 shillings. 5 panjatans. When my daughter was getting married, the international community had 14,000 Kenya shillings. I'm talking about 30 years ago. I said, no, my daughter will take only 5,000 and I will not follow your rules. And you can't force me, because that 5,000 is supposed to be given before the husband has intimate relationship with the woman. And this is what we don't know. And that 5,000 shillings, says you don't have to pay combs. You go give in charity, you give little to your mother, you give in medical, and you keep some for yourself, or you put it in your husband's business.
MashaAllah.
Now this culture has to go out. It is culture, it is nothing else. And I think youths of today can bring a big revolution.
True.
If the husband and wife are pious and they say no. And what will the parents do? You are not disobeying the parents. It is a culture you are disobeying. So finally, you will get the blessing. If you are happy, the father will be happy, and he will realize, that is a bad culture, and the culture will be out.
Okay.
You see? It is everywhere. It's not here only.
Thank you so much, Ms. Dosa. Let's take a break. When you come back, then we'll continue with the other session. Shukran. Kurudi kwako mpenzi mtazamaji, natumai katika awamu ya kwanza tukiwa na Ms. Dosa, natumai umeweza kufahamu aliyoyasema, na amekwambia kwamba foundation ya ndoa ni pia kuelewa kwamba kuna Mwenyezi Mungu mbele. Kumweka Mungu mbele ni muhimu sana, na hapo utaweza kufanikiwa kufanya mengi na mengi zaidi ambayo unataka kufanya ukiwa ndani ya ndoa. Na pia ametusihi kwamba tuolewe wakati tupo na umri mdogo, kwani ni umri mzuri pia wa kuweza kuangalia familia yako, na umri mzuri pia wa kuweza kuwa na mtoto wako, kuwa na familia yako. Mpenzi mtazamaji, acha chukua mapumziko, tutakaporudi tuendelee zaidi. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Mpenzi mtazamaji, karibu tena katika awamu ya pili ya kipindi kipendacho Pewa Asubuhi ndani ya kitengo Bustani la Ndoa. Mpenzi mtazamaji, ni furaha tena tunaye mama yetu ambaye anazidi kutuelimisha na kutujalia, na Mwenyezi Mungu amemjalia kuweza kufika katika studio zetu za Mahditv kutupa mawili matatu kuhusiana na swala zima la ndoa, hasa wewe kijana ambaye uko nyumbani na unataka kuingia katika ndoa, ambaye labda uko nyumbani na hauna mipango ya kuingia katika ndoa. Kuna mambo mengi ambayo wewe unapaswa kuyafahamu, na tukirudi kwake tuweza kufahamu mengi na mengi zaidi. Welcome back, Ms. Dosa. Welcome back.
Thank you.
So let's look at the psychological part. At what extent should a man or a woman prepare him or herself when entering into marriage? What mindset should they have?
Okay, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. It's very easy for a woman. A woman knows that she has got kindness, she has got motherhood in her. It is inside her, and she knows it. You know, if we start studying ourselves, suppose I'm a young girl, and then I just say, look, you're so beautiful. You are a homemaker. The house will shine. You have that quality to panga everything sawa, and you can beautify the house. Men don't have that quality.
True.
So then you say, but you know, if you get married, the man is there like a lion. Even if the lion is blind, kiguru, doesn't have ear, I mean he's dead, but if he's sitting in front of your door, nobody will enter your house. So you are protected by a man. A man is a lion, or he's the king
Of the house.
Of the house. So you need that protection. Just now, being a young girl, you have your father, or maybe you have your brother. You are so secured. Anything happens, you know, papa. But there, you have your husband, which you don't realize that all husbands are like a lion in the house. I mean, they are king. They are the roof of the house. If there is no man, there is no roof on the house. So you start preparing a girl. It's very easy. And then you go on telling the girl, you know, you are the maker of a nation. If you give good children, you make a good nation. Or
True.
you make a good community. And then it is a small nuclear family. Then it will grow, and then you join the big community, and then you make the world. For a man, he has to know, what are your duties? Be kind to the woman. Because a woman is very emotional. She can say anything. So even the Prophet says, be kind to her and forgive her. And for the woman, very simple. Just give him his needs, his natural urges. Never refuse him. And you will enjoy that house because you are the queen of the house. You make the food, you set the house, you set the timetable, and always be very good with your husband.
MashaAllah.
Bas, this is very simple. Okay, your jihad, your struggle is what? For a girl, you have to tolerate him. You know, men many times are a bit short-tempered. Just when you are patient, your status in Jannah is going to be very high.
MashaAllah.
For a man, what is it? You give her what? Shelter, food, clothing. But if the woman is very understanding, pious, she will never demand. Like Bibi Fatima never demanded from Imam Ali anything. So for a woman, she brings so many things from her own house. She will never, if she is in true love, she will never ask for the husband. And she will kubali sukuma wiki and ugali or labda nyama choma.
Whatever is there, she accepts.
Because when a woman gets married, she has never seen that part of a man in her life. So she will give her whole life to the man. Because it is a new experience. She will forget her bungalow if she is a rich woman. But if she comes to a poor house, she will not even remember that house. See, this is what Allah has kept it.
Just like Bibi Khadija and our Prophet.
Oh, yeah, it was, yeah. And suppose a girl is poor and she comes to a rich house, even it is difficult for her to adjust kidogo because that is in her mind, economical, this. But as time goes, she will adopt what the husband likes. So we have to see, the woman has to see the likes of her husband, what he enjoys. Not that I like this hairstyle, so I have to make this hairstyle. I'm not looking at the mirror the whole day the whole day. It is the man who is looking at me. So now, sometimes we women become kidogo.
Aggressive.
Aggressive. And say, I like this way. Now he likes red and I like yellow. Now you say, no, I will wear yellow. No, just because he loves you. That is why he is telling you what he likes. And you do what he likes. So this is how
Marriages are.
marriages are. And men should know that I am strong physically, so I have to protect my wife.
Then why don't men have that urge to maybe come to their wives when they have a problem? Actually, a lot of men are facing emotional, maybe draining, maybe some work here and there. But when they come into their houses, if they have a good wife, it's very hard for them to open up or be emotional in front of their spouses. What causes that?
No, it is we are made that way. A woman is more emotional, man is logical. If he comes and gives his problems, he doesn't want the wife to go into problems. I mean, he doesn't want to share there. He needs to talk to a man. Men need to talk to a man. Men can't talk to a woman because the woman is going to become emotional. I'll give you a simple example. Suppose there is the child is sick. The woman will start shedding tears. The man will come and say, "Ai, chukua kwa daktari." And then you will feel as a woman, he is so hard-hearted. He didn't even sympathize that my child is sick. This you realize when you grow up. You know, I'm telling you my personal experience. I say, what a heart he has. He didn't even say, sorry, why you are crying? But he gave me a logical answer that yes, the child is sick, take her to the doctor.
Because they're straightforward.
They are straightforward. They think logically. We, because of our emotions, we kill our logic. I mean, we go backwards with our logic.
True.
So he can't share.
Because when a child is sick, as they say, a man can be a far front person or a good front person when it comes to maybe go take the child to the hospital. But a woman might cry there, scrabble here and there, just looking around like she doesn't know what to do.
True.
When the mind clicks, maybe I need to take my kid to the hospital. Maybe sometimes it might be too late.
Too late. You see?
Yeah.
So that is why this emotions and logic. Allah made them logical, woman emotional. You see? Can a man carry a baby for 9 months? I'm telling you, not even one labor pain can he take it. So, we are great. Allah has made us like that. So that is why he will never open up. The only thing is when a husband comes with all this load, the wife should say, why worry? He is so great. He is our protector. He is our lover. He is our caretaker. Finish and you'll see. Kidogo he will pour.
True, because a lot of people return. I think trusting in Allah is something that we all should have.
That is the only thing. That is what we should have. Allah is there for us. One sentence, Allah is kinder than a mother, 70 times kinder than a mother. Khalas. You don't need anybody. Whether the marriage is what or what, you know, my Allah is with me. Nobody. So it is the woman who instills religion in the children and gives support to the husband.
Which when you find nowadays, most of our ladies or most of our women, they are not well educated. In fact, when it comes to religion, and that's why you might find they don't know what the values they can instill in their children. Nowadays, our children copy whatever it is in the TV that they watch.
Exactly. It is the mother. It is the first lep or the first education or the first teacher of a mother is of a child is a mother. It is small things. You don't even need to tell them. You pray in time, they will copy. If I tell you what experience they have got from some of the Mulanas, you know, when we were running the madrasa, so I would ask Mulana, how did you become a Mulana? How did you become a sheikh? And I say, my father didn't know how to read and write, but what he would do is he would take a newspaper and put it upside down, and he's just like this. The children started learning, he says, we started learning how to read and write. And this is the habit, and today I am a sheikh because he was carrying that. Later on I came to know that he didn't know how to read and write.
But he was like, I am a father to this kid. So what should I do to instill a value? Because some of the parents want that if I am not a learned person, then I have to teach my child.
Yeah, you will always see that. In any couple. When they are not educated, they have a wish that their child becomes what? A university graduate. But sometimes, let me tell you, even if they fail, there is hikmah there. Because maybe he would have become so proud. And if everybody is educated, what will the world be like? So there has to be highly educated son. So we don't have to regret when our children are not good in school. We have to say, you should not commit sins. You should not fall into harams. This is my pride. This is my goal. If a mother and a father say that, I'm telling you, it will work. But these days, it is competition. If your child is clever and my child is not, I will start, did you see that one's child? No. Everybody is not clever in everything. You could see one not educated, but very pious. One highly educated, but sicknesses of nafs.
And that's why you find out maybe we are maybe a lot of children in a family, but we all won't have the same mindset, or we all won't have or like having the same good grade, because some may have of the low grades, others high grade, but there's something special about that person.
Yes.
Which you might find out maybe some parents may not understand it.
Exactly.
In fact, when you come to our fathers, they tend to maybe when a child fails, they say that you had a mind like your mother's.
Yeah, those are, I'm telling you. But no, as a girl, you know, when you expose her to experienced people, and then you start talking like this, she has already grasped so many things. But now, my dear, these days, who wants all these?
They don't want.
Everybody wants to stay separate. Yeah, it is good. After marriage, it is good. Husband and wife stay separate. Not like the Indian culture before it was. It is good. Let them study each other. And then, otherwise, if they are in a joint family, they have to take care about the father-in-law, mother-in-law, and all those. Now it becomes too much for a girl who has come from another culture or another family and coming to this family. And there is always opposite sex, opposite things. Opposite. If she is from a very, very united family, she will enter into a family which is disturbed. So Allah makes that attraction. I don't know, Allah, the attraction is there. So when she comes, she brings all the good qualities to the husband, and she will change the whole family.
Mashallah.
Always, it is always. If the girl is very spendthrift, the husband will be economical. She will come, she will learn this, and that one will come. They will come into the center.
I didn't know about this art, and now I'm coming to understand it very well.
No, like it's opposite sex,
yes.
Opposite mind. You will see. Always take. You will like green, he will like yellow. And let me, before maybe the time, yes. I tell you one story about a marriage. There was a man who wanted to go. They were in love. They got married. When they got married at night, the man started wearing a yellow sock. The woman couldn't sleep because it was bugging her. Now he said, okay, now this is, let me just sacrifice. So he removed his yellow sock. That one slept nicely. He couldn't sleep. She felt, he didn't sleep. What he did is, okay. The woman said, no way, no problem. You wear your yellow socks. She adjusted herself and life went on smoothly. See, everything. And the woman has got the heart to compromise. Allah has, I'm telling you, I'm proud to be a woman. Allah has given me more than a man.
Alhamdulillah.
It is, but I'm telling you, Allah has given us a heart. We can conquer anything which comes in our life.
And that's why they say women are the most patient creatures in this world.
Believe me, you have to know your value.
True.
Yeah. This is what it is. A woman, always remember, always, when somebody is getting married, just think, these are opposite, kabisa, and then you'll see they will go on very nicely.
You don't get married to your lookalike.
No, they don't like. You will see, just a generalism, a rich will always like poor people's company. Rich don't like. See, educated people, they like those who are not very educated.
True.
Because they share many things. See, opposite.
Thank you so much, Ms. Dosa. It has been an honor having you here, and I believe that the viewers got to understand what marriage is. And inshallah, I believe next time we'll be having you, we'll know more and more about marriages. Shukran.
Inshallah, we pray to Allah that, Ya Allah, guide these youths to get married in a young age, and don't worry about the poverty or about sustenance. Allah is the giver of sustenance. He is Razik. And inshallah, we pray for all the youths in this world.
Ameen. Ameen.
ربنا تقبل إنك أنت السميع الدعاء.
آمين.
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد عجل فرجهم.
Kurudi kwako mpenzi mtazamaji, natumai katika awamu ya pili tukiwa naye Miss Dosa, natumai utakuwa umeweza kufurahia. Mimi binafsi nimefurahia kuwa naye hapa. Nimejifunza mengi. Sijui wewe mpenzi mtazamaji utakuwa umejifunza ya kutosha. Na ni imani kwamba dua alokuombea wewe unayetaka kuolewa au unayetaka kuoa, nina imani itatimia. Hivyo basi mpenzi mtazamaji, kufikia hapo sina mengi ya kusema isipokuwa ni kukwambia maasalam.